Now we've been joined by a senior defense analyst, retired Lieutenant General Talat Masood. Mr. Talat Masood, thank you. Mr. Talat Masood, India test-fired a nuclear-capable missile with a range of 5,000 kilometers. What's your take on New Delhi's military ambitions in the region?
Well, I think for a long time now, India has been developing its missile and nuclear capabilities. And as you can see, India is building both its civil as well as its military capabilities in the space. So this is a part of that program in which it has increasing its range of missiles. Not only it has already covered Pakistan, but now it is also covering the whole of China, and also intends to build intercontinental ones. Once it has got over the intermediate range missiles, then it also aspires to develop intercontinental missiles. So you have to sort of wait and see as to how these developments are taking place. As it is, it seems that this is a consistent trend of building up a very high level of missile technology, and as you also are aware, that it also wants to develop a triad, and in the sense that its missiles should be able to fire from both land, sea, and air, and at the same time also go into space. So I think it's a multi-dimensional program in which this missile is a part of that, which has both, of course, military and strategic overtones. So it's a part of, and then India has also acquired a lot of technology, and it has developed its own indigenous technology. In the beginning, it did get a lot of help from abroad, but subsequently it has huge research establishments which keep, supporting its military activities and military ambitions.
Okay, now Mr. Talat Masood, given the fact that this test has taken place just a few days after President Barack Obama visited India, can it be inferred that the U.S. is simply looking the other way while allowing India to go on building its armament and nuclear weaponry?
Yeah, you're absolutely right in the sense that, in fact, it wants India to build up its military capabilities in order to countervail China. And it would also be selling its military hardware. It would be selling its latest hardware, and this is a part of the program that I think they visualize for each other. So I think as far as the strategic alliance is concerned, it's also a 10-year defense alignment. Defense cooperation has been extended for another 10 years. So it all goes to show there is a lot of convergence as far as India and the United States are concerned in their strategic thinking, in their posture towards China. And so I think there is a huge alignment. So one should expect that they will also be helping them technologically in defense industrialization, as well as India itself has the capability now in terms of development of missiles, and the demonstration of which is very clear that India is one of the few countries which has been able to reach Mars as well, which is a unique sort of achievement. So if a country can go up to Mars, can also develop missiles which have a range of 5,000 kilometers and beyond. So I think Pakistan and other countries are watching all these developments, but obviously, what we want is peace in this area. And even if India does develop these capabilities, it should not necessarily be of great concern to Pakistan, because Pakistan also has been developing its own missiles and is in a position to defend itself. What is needed is much greater cooperation in terms of peace rather than in terms of developing weapons which create greater tension and make things very difficult for the people of this region, whereas they would expect that these governments should spend more on peaceful activities rather than on military hardware.
So what sort of implications do you think such kind of military buildup will have for the region?
Well, it goes to show that there will be a sort of a unspoken competition between China and India as far as the military buildup is concerned. China is already much ahead of India in terms of indigenous capability, and its aim, of course, is global in nature, Chinese, and India is trying to catch up on that, and for that it is getting the support of the United States and also of the Western countries. So in that sense, it will accelerate its development of military hardware, both at the indigenous level and also would be able to procure from abroad, because India is one of those countries which is the largest sort of importer of arms and a buyer of U.S. weapons. In fact, it's the number one buyer of U.S. weapons now. It has, and India has replaced, previously it was Russia, which was the number one supplier to India, but now it has been replaced by America. So America is one of the major suppliers of military equipment and weapon systems to India. So it is trying to build up its military capability, and as I said earlier, that its aim is both against China as well as Pakistan.
Okay, Mr. Talat Masood, thank you very much for talking to us. That was Senior Defense Analyst, Lieutenant General retired Talat Masood speaking to us.